Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthems. Thank you. Please be seated. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, the Board of Trustees, the management, the administration, and the faculty of Anglo-American University are pleased to welcome you, our guests, students, and parents. I'm going to begin the ceremony by introducing those seated on the podium here. To begin with, His Magnificence, Yuri Schwartz, President of AAU. On the upper podium, on the left, is Honorabilis, member of the Board of Trustees, Vlasta Raichlová. Beside her is Honorabilis Miroslav Svoboda, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Next is Iva Rivera, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. And Honorabilis Richard Olela, Vice President for Academic Quality and the WASC Accreditation Liaison Officer. In the front is Honorabilis Jan Bashenda, Dean of the School of Business Administration. Beside him, Spectabilis Colleen Timmins, Assistant Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Next is Spectabilis Anthony Ozunu, Dean of the School of Journalism, Media and Visual Arts. Next is Spectabilis Susanna Vesela, Assistant Dean of the School of International. That's deserved. Yeah. And finally, Spectabilis Bruce Denning, Associate Dean of Argus Business School of Argus School of Business and University. And sitting in the front row, just behind the students, is George Hayes, Chair of the Department of International Relations and Diplomacy. Josh Hayden, Chair of the Department of Social Sciences and School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Chris Shallow, Chair of the Department of Marketing, School of Business Administration. And finally, Gerald Powell, Chair of the Department of History of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. How could I forget? Greg Thomas Pesda, Chair of the Department of Management of the School of Business Administration. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest, former alumni, Yuri Brodsky, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Department of Asia and Pacific. We'll be hearing from him later. Let's begin with hearing a speech from His Magnificence, Yuri Schwartz, President of the University.
Dear graduates, dear parents and grandparents, distinguished guests. Live birth, high school graduations, college graduations, weddings, and funerals are traditional events in which people and families come traditionally together in the Central Europe to share joy, success, happiness, as well as pain and sorrow. Today's graduation is not only a successful conclusion to your undergraduate or graduate studies, but also the key to launching a professional career for which you have been systematically preparing for a long time. We immensely appreciate the presence of the persons dear to you, relatives and friends. Many of them have come a long way to share your success and joy together. Some, however, could not make it, which does not mean they are not with us. They are present in your minds, and you know best what you are grateful for. Without their moral and material support, we could not have all gathered here together today. So, thank you to those present and to all who have supported our graduates on their journey of knowledge and education. On the way to a university degree, many pitfalls awaited our graduates, which they successfully overcame. Some were different from those faced by their predecessors. The global coronavirus pandemic and Russian aggression in Ukraine would have been considered science fiction rather than 21st century reality in Central Europe at the time they began their studies at Anglo-American University. These realities were and are a test of resilience and adaptability, not only for our students, but also a test of the creativity and flexibility of their alma mater, Anglo-American University. I hereby express my admiration and gratitude to its faculty and administrative staff who were able to move quickly from the real world paralyzed by COVID-19 and its mutations to the virtual, digital world, which is also not immune to viruses. Think of the well-known computer virus Trojan horse. Fortunately, this virus and others like it only attack our psyches, not our lives. I am confident that graduates of Anglo-American University are well prepared not only for further postgraduate study, but also for launching a successful professional career. Our school has taught them critical thinking, use of modern, scientifically based working methods, knowledge and skills, and has deepened their ability to distinguish correctly between good and evil. Fortunately, wherever there is evil, there is also good. The endless struggle of this opposite is illustrated by the Russian aggression in Ukraine. It has created an amazing wave of humane reciprocity, selfless help and spontaneous solidarity, which is expressed in the joy of helping affected by war. It has worked the miracle of uniting Europe, historically divided into many state formations, even more nations, and countless different interest groups. Another evil we are forced to collectively confront is a rapid price growth, which we call inflation. While it doesn't attack human lives directly as a war, it reduces their quality. It humbles the rich, reduces the standard of living of the working and middle income classes, and impoverishes the poor to the point where they have to face existential problems. Economics teaches us that nothing worse than high inflation can affect economy and business. It is disease of the economy that distorts and obscures reality and makes it difficult, if not impossible, for entrepreneurs to make rational investment decisions. There are recipes to rid the economy of this disease, which, like a pandemic, is global in nature. In this case, the therapy will have to be coordinated, costly, and long-term. It will not be painless, but it is linked to the hope that the advanced economies will recover and the world economy will return to a path of prosperity and sustainable growth. I believe that all the countries and peoples of our planet who value human life and are not indifferent of the fate of humanity will unite towards this goal. I am sure that our graduates, with their knowledge, abilities, and skills, will have successful start into professional career under these difficult circumstances and will please their families, relatives, and friends. Dear graduates, I wish you success in your professional and personal life, and health and happiness to all. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those words of wisdom, Your Magnificence. I would like to now introduce Spectabilis Bruce Denning, Associate Dean of the Argyros School of Business and Economics at Chapman University.
I have a very short speech. I even had it memorized, and then I took off my hat for the national anthem. Now I can only think of, how does my hair look? So, thank you, President Schwartz, and to all of the AAU staff who worked tirelessly to organize this event. I am honored to represent Chapman University and the Prague MBA program. Chapman and AAU have had a partnership for 15 years, and this graduating class, the MBA and the AAU graduates, is perhaps the most noteworthy because you have persevered. You've persevered through the pandemic, online classes, study abroad students, Microsoft Teams, and perhaps worst of all, group projects. So you can really feel tremendous accomplishment. You really handled everything that life has thrown at you. So for me and everyone at Chapman University, I congratulate you and wish you the best in all of your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those words, Spectabilis Denning. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce the commencement speaker, Jiří Brodský. He works for the Department of Foreign Affairs in the Asian Pacific Department, and he has also been the ambassador to Denmark, which is a very interesting posting. But perhaps the most important thing about him today is that he graduated from AAU several years ago. So we really look forward to hearing what he's got to say. Please.
Mr. President, Deans, dear graduates, professors, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the invitation to be with you on this special day and to say a few words. I was sitting where you are exactly 23 years ago, and when I graduated from the Anglo-American College in political science and sociology. Just like you, I chose this private school because it offered a unique opportunity to study in Prague in English language and gain an academic qualification which would enable me to continue my studies at a prestigious university abroad and gain a competitive advantage at the labor market. I feel certain that it will increasingly matter from which university you have your degree. And that is why I applied for the London School of Economics and Political Science. I was offered admission, but was unsuccessful in applying for entrance grants. Those who did succeed had some full-time professional experience between their bachelor and master degree studies, and hence I found a job as assistant to the Vice Rector for International Relations at Prague School of Economics and reapplied for the London School of Economics 2 years later. This time I was offered admission and gained an entrance grant that nearly forgave me the entire tuition fees. I took a private loan to finance the high living expenses in London, and I accepted the offer of admission. The reason I'm mentioning this is to share an experience that could be relevant for you. First, you should not give up when things will not work your way tomorrow immediately after your graduation. Patience, persistence, and certain humbleness do pay off. Second, my experience proves that the Anglo-American University, and increasingly so, offers a university type of education which does serve as an entrance ticket to the most prestigious universities abroad. What is even more important, the Anglo-American University equips its students to succeed in the most demanding international environment. It cultivates critical thinking. It has taught us to self-study, to be able to discuss and prepare reasoned arguments, manage our time, and invest our money. I paid for my tuition fees myself by translating for the new edition of Esquire magazine, and I did repay my loan at LSE 2 years after the graduation. I finished my master degree studies in 2003 and won a competition for an analyst in the Foreign Affairs Department of the Czech Office of the President. 2 years later, I was appointed Deputy Director of that department and continued to work for President Václav Klaus until the end of his second term, when I crossed that virtual bridge between the Office of the President and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Again, I competed and won the position of Czech ambassador to Denmark, and after Denmark I chose to apply for ambassadorship to Mongolia, where I spent 4 happy years, professionally most rewarding really. And now I'm back at Asia and Pacific Department, and as of 1st of August I will become head of South and Southeast Asia. Dear parents and grandparents, I cannot guarantee that your son or daughter studied day and night. I do not have any hard, measurable data. I haven't spoken to the librarian, and I do not know how many books were borrowed, read and returned. But of one thing I am certain. You can be proud of your son or daughter today, and they will always remember and appreciate you are here with them now. Dear graduates, I wish each one of you to make your professional dreams come true, to always remember the Anglo-American University as your alma mater, and to keep promoting it and supporting it, and be proud of it, just like me. You know too well that the professors who teach at the AAU are excellent. We do not forget about them, and the new president deserves plaudits for his objective to make the word university to have its all expected meanings. When I look at the AAU in the past 23 years, It has made remarkable and admirable achievements. Not only has it improved its seat, but also modernized its curriculum, visibly improved its public image, and has established itself as a university institution offering quality education both for undergraduate and postgraduate students. I was looking for some appropriate quote from the world of politics and diplomacy that would conclude my speech, and I will use my favorite quotation by Ronald Reagan. I quote, "So long as books are kept open, then minds can never be closed." End of quotation. I wish that the books remain open in your lives. I congratulate you on today's graduation, and let us work together for this university to prosper and for its voice to be loud enough in today's world where there is abundance of information but often lack of knowledge. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very, very much for those very wise words. Sorry. We now will proceed with a performance by the four-season string quartet, a Slavonic dance, number 8, by Antonin Dvorak. Okay, we're going to proceed with the conferral of degrees now, and for this I would like to invite His Magnificence, Yuri Schwartz, to join us, Antoine Marais, and the Dean of the School of Business Administration, Honorable Jan Vashenda.
Hello. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Business Administration, Anglo-American University. Number 1, Gent Arifi. Vitaly Bankovic. Julia Davlečina. Stefan Fiedler Alvarado. Cum laude. Bek Sultan Kalbekov. Magna cum laude. Jakub Eugen Panovic, magna cum laude. Lara Kellerova, summa cum laude. Maciej Kmok, summa cum laude. Elina Krasnogir, magna cum laude. Martin Kroll, cum laude. Andre Mota Ravachi Pires. A little bit there. And his thesis has been awarded as the best bachelor's thesis in business administration. Congratulations. Nikolai Popov. Dennis Primus, cum laude. Alexandra Savitskaya, cum laude. Abigail Rose Winand. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration with an emphasis on marketing and communications will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Business Administration, Anglo-American University, Emily Victoria Appeltova, cum laude. Wanjin Bei. Lana Berzelishvili. Kateřina Bornova, magna cum laude. Anna Brošková. Katrin Deknerová, summa cum laude. Her thesis has been awarded as the best bachelor's thesis in business administration with an emphasis on marketing communication. Congratulations, Katrin. Denisa Forner, summa cum laude. Julie Haredi, summa cum laude. Jakub Jelička, cum laude. Georgi Kokia. Jovan Markovic. Lynn Paulina Matson, summa cum laude. Denisa Menshikova. Mariam Petrevelli. Paola Morales Arroyo, cum laude. Oleg Pantelemonenko. Ksenia Pelibas. Magna cum laude. Owen Parker Seymour, magna cum laude. Christina Shabrina. Malika Tursu. Natalie Jalmanova, magna cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration with an emphasis on strategic marketing analysis and planning will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Business Administration, Anglo-American University. Marek Bielok, magna cum laude. Nona Kikaleshvili. Victor Kosti. Aneta Mrnjova, cum laude. Olena Oliniuk. Tomiris Zetova cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration with a concentration in management will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Business Administration, Anglo-American University. Edviker Jorge Pereira Dombolo. Denisa Hlavachova. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration with a concentration in Marketing and Communications will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Business Administration, Anglo-American University. Shireen Shiti, summa cum laude. The degree of Master in Business and Law in International Markets will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Business Administration, Anglo-American University. Renata Krasnova. I would now like to invite the Assistant Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Colleen Timmons. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, Society and Culture will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Anglo-American University. Lucia Hanush Schwabova. Megan Chotrani. Alexander Salatko. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Politics and Society will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Anglo-American University. Arina Abdikarova, magna cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Humanities and Social Sciences will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Anglo-American University. Valeria Alejandra Cobo Aguilera. I would now like to invite the Associate Dean of the School of Journalism, Media, and Visual Arts, Tony Ozuna. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Communications will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Journalism, Media, and Visual Arts, Anglo-American University. Ayan Abbasli, cum laude. Suzanne Scarlett Besiso, magna cum laude. Her thesis has been awarded as the best bachelor's thesis in journalism and communications. Eliška Havličková, magna cum laude. Mi Ang Lee, cum laude. Ines Lunga, summa cum laude. Katarzyna Shiblova, magna cum laude. Konrad Paul Sommer. Barbora Szczepankova, summa cum laude. Yulia Tamarashvili, cum laude. Irina Volkovska, cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Visual Arts Studies will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Journalism, Media, and Visual Arts, Anglo-American University. Trishna Adnani, summa cum laude. Mikaela Bochkova, summa cum laude. Her thesis has been awarded as the best bachelor's thesis in visual arts studies. Congratulations. Daniela Alejandra Burbano Paredes. Remy Embris, cum laude. Alexandra Maltseva. Valeria Alejandra Marín Buch, magna cum laude. Marketa Novakova, magna cum laude. Luca Rodriguez Harpster, summa cum laude. Sebastian Scholler. I would now like to invite the Assistant Dean of the School of International Relations and Diplomacy, Zuzana Vesela. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in International Relations will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of International Relations and Diplomacy, Anglo-American University. Eulalie Lindsay Bantin, cum laude. Lilia Danilenko. Lucie Eyre. Diana Ismailova, magna cum laude. Jessica Kazmirova. Jakub Koda. Nastasia Kwiatko. Benjamin Jesse Rutledge, magna cum laude. David Spalenka. Henna Takal, cum laude. Her thesis has been awarded as the best bachelor's thesis in international relations. Congratulations. Teresa Treknarova. Kamila Jeskina. Asilzat Jolibekova. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in International Relations with a concentration in Global Affairs will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of International Relations and Diplomacy, Anglo-American University, Lenka Kovedarica. Daniel Kalaposh. Andrea Oyarvide Remes. Natalia Smutna, magna cum laude. Her thesis has been awarded as the best bachelor's thesis in international relations. Congratulations. Josef Schwab, magna cum laude. The degree of Master of Arts in International Relations and Diplomacy will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of International Relations and Diplomacy, Anglo-American University, Clea Boban, cum laude. Adriana Clich, magna cum laude. Her thesis has been awarded as the best bachelor's thesis in international relations and diplomacy. Congratulations. Gabriela Moskalova. Silvia Norte Mercade. Kenneth Ali Shahid. I would now like to invite the Associate Dean of the Ajiro School of Business and Economics at Chapman University, Bruce Denning, please. The degree of Master of Business Administration will now be conferred upon the graduates of the School of Business Administration, Kristina Bartoshkova. Lukáš Borovička, diploma pending. Akshin Guliev. Jonah Harizi, diploma pending. Is there more? This happens every time.
Sorry, guys.
They ran out. It's okay.
You need to memorize.
There will be no more diplomas today. This is it. I'm very sorry. I've run out of paper. Oh, so I got this, the Christopher Jasko. I just said her. Christopher Jasko. Yes. Albert Merovci. Martin Stierba. Zeynep İdil Utkusel. Lucia Shetechkova.
Thank you very much. I think Anthony did an excellent job reading the names. Okay, it's time now for the valedictorian speech, and to deliver that is Katerin Teknerova.
Good afternoon, everyone. Parents, loved ones, family and friends, faculty and staff, and fellow graduates. We have all worked hard to be here today, and it is a day to be proud for all of us. It is a day for celebrations, and as such, it deserves a proper thank you to everyone that has helped us all get here. To all the parents and loved ones, thank you for supporting us and believing in us in times of doubt. We may not say it often enough, but know that your support does not go unnoticed, and we will always be grateful to you. To all the friends, thank you for making these past few years enjoyable and memorable. Even if we got to meet each other online and had no idea what the other person looked like in real life, we still managed to build friendships that will, hopefully, last long after we part our ways today. And to the AAU faculty and staff, thank you for devoting your time to us and making this all possible. You have shared your wisdom with us, as well as the struggles of online learning, from figuring out how to share the screen to dealing with your children accidentally unplugging your Wi-Fi during an online class. Despite it all, we have managed to come out of it wiser, and we are truly thankful for everything you have done for us. There is no doubt that the past few years have been interesting, to say the least, for all of us. From navigating the struggles of online learning, to attending classes from various time zones, and ultimately realizing our university experience will never be the same as if we got to see each other in person multiple times a week. However, we managed to push through. We made friends online and finished some of our classes without ever meeting our teachers in person. We all dreamed of the day where we could get drunk together in person and not just over Teams, and look at us today. We have managed to get here, so we should be proud. Now, the ultimate question is, what do we do next? What have we truly learned at AAU that we can use in our life moving forward? Hopefully, we all have some actual knowledge from our field, and we didn't leave it all at the door when we finished our last state exam. But, and I dare to say, more importantly, we have learned something about life. Sometimes we do our best, but things don't work out how we want them to. As cliche as it is, life has an odd way of making things work out eventually. So in the meantime, there is one thing we can always do. We can stay true to who we are as a person. We can decide to truly live our life how we want to, and stop letting the world dictate what we should do. We often let the opinion of others, or the fear of what others may think, get in our way of doing what makes us happy. We spend so much time wondering how our actions are viewed by others, often forgetting how we actually feel about what we do. Many factors are considered a success by society, but if you don't feel happy about what you do, no amount of external praise will ever make you truly satisfied. So what does it mean for us? It's simple. Do what makes you happy. You may feel lost, uncertain, or insecure, but in the end, we all feel like that sometimes. Most of us probably have no idea what we are doing with our life, which is okay, because I believe the secret to success is learning to let go of external validation and focusing on yourself. Who you are today is more than enough for you to be successful. All you have to do is be yourself and make sure what you do in life brings you sincere joy. So no matter what you decide to do next, remember, only you know your true self. Embrace it and stop letting the opinion of others get in your way. We are all unique and we all have our struggles. We have heard it a million times. We learn by mistakes. But as Henry Ford said, the only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes make us human, and as long as we remain kind and genuine, life will work out just right for all of us. So what is the one thing to remember from today? Staying true to yourself gets you as far as you wish, despite feeling a little lost sometimes. And as my favorite quote says, everything works out in the end, and if it hasn't worked out yet, then it is not the end. So here's the things working out for us. Congratulations, class of 2022.
That's what I call a valedictorian address. Excellent. Okay, we're drawing towards the end of the ceremony, so thank you. Okay, would the graduates please stand up? Okay, would you move your tassels from the right side to the left side of your... You are now officially graduates of Anglo-American University. Now, if you could turn around, please. Turn around. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the graduating class of 2022. Okay, graduates, you're looking at the reason you succeeded at the back of the room. Let's give them a hand. without the support of your family, she probably wouldn't have made it here. Okay, so now the big moment. Has everybody got their cameras ready? All right, I'm going to count to 3, and when we get to 3, we're going to throw our hats in the air. 1, 2, 3. Turn back around, please, and please be seated. Just for a minute. Takes a minute to return to order after that. Even happens at Naval Academy. Okay. Everyone settled down now? There are a few thank yous we have to make here. First of all, the musicians. They were wonderful, really. And the team that organized this whole event did an absolutely fantastic job. I can only name 2 of the people on the team, Katerina and Carolina. But I know that there were many more involved. It was a fantastic team. Wonderful job. Okay, what we're going to do now is play Gaudiamos, but just before we do that, a little bit of housekeeping. We're going to be leaving the same way we came in, and we're going to call Daniel Klansky to come and join us. Is he here? No? Daniel Klansky's not here. Okay. He's supposed to sing Gaudiamos for us. Okay, while we do that, while we wait and see if we can find him, after you leave, you're going to be invited back in for a group photo, the grads and the representatives on the podium. And no Daniel? Oh, you're okay. Are you supposed to sing Gaudiamos? Okay, so you'll be invited back for a group photo, and the students will be invited for a glass of wine. Yes. Okay? And that's pretty well. Everyone will leave in the order they came in. Okay? So. Your Magnificence, this way.